What is up, Kingston? Welcome back to another NTW3 video. This one, honestly, starting out pretty spicy already. This is a 4v4 on a, gosh, lost my train of thought. This is a 4v4. This is on with some cores here. So we have the 6-point Davout, which is actually pushing on Russia rather aggressively here. They are also with Messena, a 13-point Salt, and a 9-point Lance. Now, going up against them are the UK, the two Russians and Austrians. You can see Russia seems to be pushing forward. France receiving their volleys here. Very vicious volleys. And let's see, they've caught a few of them already. And now they're going to return fire here as they're pushing forward. More reserves, though, pushing up a lot more. Oh, this is the UK. The UK, it's like a Russia, UK, Sweden. Very interesting. I've never seen this faction before. I like the codes, though. But they are pushing forward as the French are going to receive their fire. Oh, we do have cavalry that is going to collapse in on these poor skirms. And they're going to die. Square is formed, though. Now that French cav is going to run back. But yeah, the fight is already starting here. I did fast forward a little bit. There was a little marching, but you know, I got the first volley of the Voltigeurs, and the enemy just appeared out of nowhere. You can see they're taking some losses here already. Wow. The vicious volley fire from France is actually tearing up this Austrian army. We do have Cav doing something right here. I am not sure what's happening here, but oh yeah, we have some Cav going for the artillery. They're gonna break that artillery. Well done, but they did lose their cavalry. Now it looks like Russia went in and took out one of the both the skirm units. So now both sides have lost a little bit. Now look at this, Russia pushing forward. Man, Messena has so much Cav strung out here. He is being a Cav corps for this battle, and Russia has plenty of reserves. I'm assuming they're gonna push their artillery up. Surprisingly, not any more. Oh, I'm sorry for the rough camera angles, man. Looks like both sides have kind of retired. There was a little skirmish back and forth. Both sides seem to be taking a break. Davout is getting the rest of his forces formed up here, and it looks like Lon's kind of just spreading himself out along a very massive front. Doesn't have a lot. Now, I do believe you're going to have Salt bringing up masses of infantry. Probably going to be the one to help out. Now, I do remember something said about this battle, and it was that it was like 8,000 men to 4,000 or something ridiculous. The French have a very small force in this battle in comparison to the coalition. I mean, you have Austria, which is huge. Russia, especially two of them, they have a ton of troops on the battlefield. So yes, this is going to be a French army that is greatly outnumbered by their enemy. Those skirms did come back and are now firing, greatly depleted. But they are still in here. We do some Carabiniers in the front lines. And I do believe maybe the coalition is waiting until they have their troops all in a line of battle before they advance, so they can assault on the entire front. They have this far side which is pushing up. Oh, some cavalry charging it against Messena, and that Chef and Cheval will die. Look at this though, yo, so many forces, and then you have the French. You see Salt pushing forward troops. When I was fast forwarding, I felt like everything happened sooner, but then again, it was being fast forwarded. Artillery is setting up here. Looks like Russia, yeah, they have their, holy smokes, they have 6 guns. And they have the perfect killing range here, which is why France is probably falling back. Everyone still seems to be getting in position a little bit. You have Austria now making their appearance, coming out of the woodwork. Maybe if they were a little more aggressive, they could have caught the French out before Salt got there, but Looks like Lons has set up units in a forward position on several different points with horse artillery and cav defending it. So France is... They're covering such a huge space so well. And I do hear volleys, I do believe. Holy cow, look at this grand battery. 6 guns. What are these guys doing? They're staring the guns down. They're just... that's funny. But anyway, skirmishers are still just fighting back and forth. It looks like the UK definitely have a little better quality when it comes to these skirms, but the rest of their troops are now falling back. Interestingly enough, I don't think they want to deal with that artillery. And they seem to be shifting all along the left flank here. Yeah, and they're pushing up on the left as well. Oh, and I apologize. I'm pretty sure I didn't fix my sound yet. There we go. That way you guys get the full immersion. Oh, you can see, oh man, this is a perfect spot. You can see so much what's happening. You can even scroll over here and see some of this. You can see the French holding the artillery, although I do believe Austria is pushing up, it looks like. Yeah, no, they're not. I thought they were pushing forward. Their troops just appeared out of the woodwork for the time being. Very ready to attack here. Maybe they're gonna get a Russia to help them out. Although it looks like Russia may have actually shifted over their forces over here, which is rather strange that the Russians all shifted, like marched from the far side all the way over here. But ooh, we have a nice juicy looking Russian assault column. Yes, we do. They are gonna push forward into the French skirms and cav. And France will return fire. Beautiful volley. I'm sure that had to have hurt. Oh, but the artillery is just obliterating this French line. Whew, they are just going airborne. Flying Frenchmen, and not in a good way. Austria is pushing forward their right flank here, and that's going to force Lons to fall back. And Soult is now here as well, but Lons has only a couple units, and he's probably going to have to fall back, consolidate the majority of his forces here. This poor UK army is just getting shot up by that 6 guns of artillery. You can barely see what's happening here. Both sides seem to be hitting the other viciously when it comes to artillery. We do have some more reserve lines pushing forward behind, maybe to help fix that right flank. Oh, they get smacked into as they're marching. Could you imagine that you're marching to get in position and then artillery's already hitting you? You're not even, you're not even in position yet and you're getting hit. The coalition is still positioning, it seems. Maybe they've set up another Russian army, but they have so much they're still getting into position. And this UK army, they should set 1 or 2 lines here, because all of this death is from artillery. Austria is pushing forward. And so Soult and Lons probably are going to have to relocate their army. They're probably going to have to fall back. This tree line seems like a better position to defend because he gets a little more shelter, and you have the guns a lot closer for defense. Oh, there's even more guns setting up. 9 guns now, guys. 9 guns. But I do believe the UK are getting too far. And, Oh man, France is taking a beating too. His front line is getting just obliterated. Just entirely destroyed. That's a cool picture though. Oh wow, Russia's advancing to the oh my goodness, cavalry is going in against those voltigeurs. More infantry now pushing up on the holy cow. You look to the right and it is just so much happening now. France is pushing across a lot. Oh, these dragoons need to get out of here. They're gonna get shot up. Oh, they're gonna start taking losses. Oh no, France, to lose your Nova Santa. Pull out the dragoons. Russia keeps advancing and then falling back. Kind of strange. Austria has now pushed forward quite a bit. They're going to come under artillery fire any second now. Once they reach the brow of this hill, that artillery way up here is going to start shooting. I don't know where it's actually firing right now, but yeah, Austria cannot let the French rest. They got to keep pushing. France falling back to the tree line. They have to hold that flank. They have to. The Russians are pushing forward in force, and they're actually looking to outflank the French. Oh, we do have a cav charge going in, trying to go for the artillery. You can see Lons and Massena have cav behind the lines, which is why Russia's going to have to really deal with this cav. They're sending forward some chevaliers. Almost forgot how to say that, I'm not going to lie. Oh, it's gonna get caught. Oh, they should just turn and face them. Yep. Unfortunately, it's Chasseur Cheval, so it's not gonna do well. They should have had some dragoons to help them out, but you can still, if you surround the Chevalier unit, you could do it. This, oh, it's getting wasted, this cav. It's gonna die. It's way behind the enemy lines. It probably should have stayed with the infantry. It may have actually been able to support the army a little better. I think he's trying to go for the artillery. This unit needs to stop this huge Russian. Oh, okay. This is. Yeah, this French cav is dead, unfortunately, and Russia can still push forward. Now, Austria, nothing's hitting in the center, and that's actually working out really well. All this artillery is able to just fire at whatever, and there's nothing pressuring the center. But here comes Austria. Austria rolling up, and they are ready to take some deaths and give out some deaths. Russia is slowly but surely pushing. They seem a little unsure of themselves. Maybe they're waiting for their cav to finish up the French cav to support their line. But you can see they have actually are going to start pushing back the French. The French cannot take this massive flank. So yes, they are going to fall back. Unfortunately, losing a good amount of their cav. Horse artillery pushing forward. This is not looking good for France. Neither side has really killed a lot of the other. Oh, we do have the engagement now as Austria. They have a right flank that is pushing forward here. France is spread out their forces. 2 light infantry taking on 4. So they're taking on double what the enemy's bringing up to them. We have one long, solid line here of Austrians firing. The French in the woods returning fire. I am sure that, yep, got stuff. Oh no. Lons, look out. Lons the Brave. The artillery, though, is going to do an excellent job of pounding away. This attack for Austria does not seem to be too great. They're straining out in massive long lines. They need to be adjusting their holy cow, hold that thought. We have a huge cuirassier charge. Unfortunately, we have a lot of infantry that can form square. Oh, another dragoon charge. Let's see the impact. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. These crosshairs are going to die, though. They're surrounded, and artillery just point blanked them. Okay, yeah, and France can't do that. You can't pull through 2 lines. Now, it did break one of them, but you can't pull through 2 lines that you've engaged to get the artillery. That's pulling through. Definitely an exploit. Just, yeah. As much as you want to get the guns, you have to, yeah, be realistic about it. Oh, these poor grenadiers, they've been getting focused down by this artillery fire. Most of them are getting back up, but still, that's going to take a damper off of things. So you can see the silhouettes of the Cav fighting. Looks like this French Cav is about to die. They're not going to catch this horse artillery. Somehow it managed to get away. I'm not sure how. Austria is now pushing forward a little bit of a flank here. What do they have? And some line infantry pushing forward on this flank. France doesn't have a lot. They may have to send their cav in order to defeat this. They have to win on one of these flanks, guys. They have to win on this side, which I think they're more likely to win on this side than on this side, where they are definitely outnumbered heavily. And if Russia had been a little more aggressive, they probably could have destroyed the French by now. Because where's the UK? Where's the UK that was around? I don't see them. You see France actually pulling out of these tree lines, or pulling back a little bit so they're not so close. They need some cav support, which it is sitting here. You have hussars all ready. Chester, Cheval, and hussars ready. Okay, what is Austria doing? Austria needs to stand and take a line fight. They need to pull back this flank and try pressing this flank. And you see here France falling back. Russia hot on their heels now. I think they realize they have the huge advantage. They just gotta pursue it. Don't let the French get away. See, the Austrian cav is set up ready to fight the French cav, but neither side is going to commit until the other one does. We do have, oh wow, French cav now collapsing in on the flank here. This horse artillery could be in danger. They need to pull back this cav, pull back their general, because this is going to be a problem. If the French cav can back charge, in fact, Solt's bringing over his chasseur cheval as well. Oh my goodness, Austria actually is looking pretty bad. This is where France may need to, I mean, they're starting to lose this fight. They need to do something now. France still falling back. It doesn't look like Russia's made it up to them yet, but the cavalry is going in, line infantry going in, the 61st. France actually looks like they're counterattacking, and this is a smaller army here. Uh-oh. Austria needs to fall back now. Because here we go. France is going to try to go in with the cav charge. As this flank is going to start breaking here. Holy cow. Bayonet charges and cav charges going in. Looks like Russia and France are finally meeting and giving up some volley fire. Oh, France has got to watch out. Russia's getting real close here. Had to keep an eye on this one. The artillery is set up still to face the enemy. But, oh man, Austria is just starting to cave. They're starting to fold. Look at this cav and line infantry just going in. Oh, Russia needs to get their side started because Austria is almost totally obliterated. They are about to break as the cav comes collapsing in. It is over for them already. Here we go. See, we have the UK now pushing over. There's 3 armies here. Austria, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Austria just got surrounded, taken on by 2, maybe even 2 different armies. You have Solt and Lanz who went after them. And that is such a mass rout as you've never seen. Wow. France taking some pretty heavy losses here. This artillery, though, going to be hell for this coalition. They got to send some cav in on this. They have to. Look at this, though. UK pushing over on this side as well. Oh, man. France is about to get the full brunt of this enemy attack. Yep, here we go. We have the Russians charging in. The first wave. Unfortunately, they did not get a good volley off, and now Russia can start their attack. This artillery is going to do some terrible work, though. Oh man, yeah, France has got to watch out. Look at this; they're starting to waver. Artillery, though, really starting to blow up this right flank. But here goes Russia again with even more lines. Oh, they're going for the melee with units wavering. They got to keep committing the masses here. They can break them. There is restraint, though, being showed. Now, France is engaging in a cav fight here, trying to get the guns defended. But now, oh, Russia is going to get the guns. That is so unfortunate. Oh, maybe not. Oh! That canister was perfect. Now, French cav going in on this Russian line. What a massive confusion here. And the right flank falls back. Russia has got to make a way here. They have to win on this side because the French are victoriously going to be heading over with what's left, and they need to win. Russia needs to win if they want to even out the odds here. They are breaking them. Holy cow, the whole French center just broke. They have actually fallen back. Fresh line against Russia. Cavalry in the center, but there is nothing. There is the 108th in the center, and that is it. Along with the 33rd. And the UK are pushing over on this side. Look at this, they're going for a flank. No, is this Russia? Yeah, this is Russia pushing over on the side. It is still not decided, guys. The coalition may have had some losses, but they are not out of this fight yet. They still have way more troops. It is up to the skill of the French to still see if they can win, and it looks like a bayonet charge finally going in against those French guns that were turning the tide so viciously. And look at this, Russia's actually pushing over forces to stop Lens and Soult from being able to reinforce. More artillery is set up here, so France, if I was France, I would actually pull back my whole line to reform with my allies. Another big engagement here. Nice countercharge by the French going in once again against the Russians. But look at the reserves that the Russians have. Now there's some mass routing happening here. France going in with the Dragoons. You have a line of street going in. France even broke one of the Russian regiments and is countercharging here. The artillery is gone, though. Let's see if France can push this Russian army back. Russia has taken some severe losses here. Will it be enough, though? Russia is even throwing in fresh troops into this fight. Oh no, Davout has fallen, and his bodyguard is now going to push forward and try to save this army, but France just is going to break. Soult needs to pull back the rest of his army. He is fighting a battle by himself. They need to pull back, consolidate what forces they have left. They're about to get outflanked here. There's even grenadiers pushing up. Oh, look how fast France is dropping. France is going to counter volleys here from another unit trying to save this retreat. And somehow this fight is still raging. Now here's where we stand, guys. France is pushing up on this left flank with what they do have. They have a massive battery still in the center. But their right flank, Soult is the only one really with forces. Soult has a couple more, and Lons has a couple more troops they're going to push over on this right flank. But as it stands, the coalition outnumbers the French easily. Oh, these guys are getting chopped up. Maybe some French cav. I think the only secret weapon the French have is their cav. Their cav can still do so much damage. Since we have a small engagement here. Yeah, we have one of the Austrian forces left. France is saving their artillery and cav. They have artillery and cavalry for this. And here we go, General cav charge going in past the guns that were seized by the enemy. Taking out some skirmishers. Maybe they can go for the general. If they can break this general, maybe they can still take victory here. DC is running. Yep, they're gonna go for him. Oh, two sides at once. This general is dead. There's no way he's gonna make it. Oh, what? How did they break? What? How did the dragoons break? How is that possible? Now he's dead though. Is this the general right here? Now they killed him. Cookie lost his general. That's alright though. Russia's done plenty of damage at this point. They have taken this left side. They look very strong here still. France is reconsolidating their army. They have the field artillery, the grand battery. So many guns still. This is 8 guns. No, 9 guns. Yeah, 9 guns, all still focusing fire here. It does look like France needs to fall back. They need to sit on their guns. Hold positions around the guns, force the enemy to attack close by so they can just kill them. Now we do have a cav charge here. Oh, they're gonna form a square. Oh no. Ooh, that dragoon barely kept his horse.
Our men are running, sir.
France really is letting themselves get surrounded here. They should fall back. Now over here, it looks like Soult is still holding on desperately. Reinforcements are coming. Some light infantry gonna mobilize forward here. Get in a position fast. Push it, man. Run, run, run. They're gonna reform their lines here. And the French line looks so scarce now, guys. It looks so small. Now this side, the coalition is definitely depleted, but so is the French. They have 3 regiments. They do have a nice cav charge here. Ooh, they're breaking them. But Russia's reacting rapidly here. Oh, they're gonna rout that cav. And they didn't even break the Russian. How? They're gonna break. They have to break. Man, it was because it was dragoons. I am so surprised. They probably should have gone around him and attacked from the back. Going from the side, actually, impact-wise, isn't going to work that well. Lons is actually going in. Look at this. Lons is going right into the midst of the battlefield. He's in the front lines trying to inspire his men. They have a desperate fight ahead of them. This is still the concerning coalition army. They have rank upon rank. They have guard. I think this is guard. Russian guard. They have some good shooters. Oh, they're just gonna start tearing up the coalition or the Imperials. Now these light infantry gonna do well here. Russia seems to be going for a flank here. Cavalry maybe can stop that. Maybe these guys can form square. Maybe not. Oh. Lons is, no wonder he went in. He is right behind his men, and he is trying to get them to get a counter charge here, try to break up the enemy a bit by bit. What a brave man. And they break the Russians. Oh, they can still take this battle back. They can still take this battle back. Here we go, though. Yep, I think they had a square they formed. Yep, they had a square they formed. So, ooh. The light infantry are going to get a nice charge or volley off of these Austrians. Oh, France is going for this column. You can see the coalition is falling back, but this is how you fall back as the coalition. You have to keep your lines, and I was about to say they should stand here and shoot a little bit longer, but they're actually managing to get themselves away in good order, actually. I mean, they may take 1 or 2 losses here as their men will start dropping, but they're keeping their distance from the French. Man, look at this. This was a bloody fight. And I think the coalition, if they don't make any vital, crucial mistakes, they can still win. But they don't have any cav support, so that is going to be the only big problem, big thing that may hurt them. They have nothing to defend the cav. Oh, is this artillery shooting? Oh no. Oh no. These guys are like, shh, they're talking. Shoot them while they're, but don't let them see us, kind of thing. They're loading though. France could still save this. Oh man, they're still loading. Come on, they're probably doing canister. Yeah. So looks like the coalition is falling back here. Wow, how long does it take to load? Seriously, dude, how long does it take to load this cannon? This is just embarrassing how long they've been loading. Oh my goodness. Let's see. They loaded canister, I guarantee you. 3 kills. I would do round shot so it's faster. But yeah, the coalition is falling back to some high ground. I think at this point they actually are outnumbered by the French, and which is sad to see. I mean, no, there's some over here too. Are they going for like LOCs now? This is so embarrassing how long it takes. I'm curious. The coalition's got to make a stand at some point, but as they push forward, they're probably just gonna die. Oh, well, it's not much you can really say at this point. I mean, like I said, France definitely has taken the field, and I think it's just a matter of time before they break. So I guess it's just time to listen to the majestic sounds of battle and get some cool shots. That does look pretty cool, though. The flashes across the wheat field. Oh, cavalry starting to slice up the left flank here. Looks like some grenadiers did form a square, and these chasseurs cheval are should fall back. They don't want to lose against that square. There we go. There's a general gonna slice up. Launch is like, fine. You know, if no one's gonna do it, let me do it. Leave it to me. Ooh, getting some fancy footwork with this horse. I'm curious if this UK army has like good shooting stats. Here's the last, I think, push that maybe Russia's gonna make. And France is definitely running away. They're like, yeah, no, we're not taking on that. What are you, crazy? I'm doing a little fast forwarding here just because this seems to be a slow thing and I'm honestly running out of stuff to say. Maybe it's because I'm really tired. I'm drinking coffee right now to kind of, try to counteract how tired I am, but it doesn't seem to be working. Words are slipping from my brain faster than I can say them. Not saying much. Yeah, so we have a Russia, looks like Russia, backed by some UK forces trying to make a small fight here. There's not a lot of time left, but I will say this was a good fight. I think it was. The French had a huge disadvantage. They played very well. Austria just...
We have taken a building, sir.
If I were to guess, Austria may have been newer to playing Austria, or maybe just rusty for that game. They just, I think they went right in by themselves. They strung up a huge long lines. They didn't have the troops at angles to kind of catch the enemy. When you do one long line like that, it doesn't really work too well. But still, well played. Well played, especially the Russians going in for melee. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. I think the French just managed to have enough cav to be able to counteract it and be able to countercharge, and that's what saved them. They still took some heavy losses. Talking about heavy losses. But that should be the battle. I still can't see the stats, unfortunately, but we can see, what this army did. Which one is this? Is this Lons? Lons, yep. What Lons did, and boy, did he do well. 161, 265, 140, 123, 120. And he was the one facing Austria. And then came over in the end and helped on the other side. So, but yeah, that's the battle, guys. That is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. This one I felt was pretty fun. I may even want to come back and do some screenshots. I love the cinematic battles, especially when you have thick lines like that, and then you have melee with that as well, with cav going in and the smoke and the flames of the muskets, and it's a magnet. You got to take some screenshots. What can I say? But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all once again for your support. I will be gone the next 2 days, so no videos, and I will say real fast that thank you all for supporting me, even though I don't post every day. It is sometimes really hard to get a video done. Obviously when I'm gone at work I can't, but then when I'm off of work, it's still, with having 2 kids with 1 on the way, and all, it kind of gets busy with projects at the house and all that stuff. So I try to get these done every day, but I don't always, and I enjoy doing them. It's not like it's a work thing for me. It's a hobby I love doing. So I appreciate you guys supporting me, even though I am not as consistent as I would like to be. So I will try to get better at that. But as always, guys, you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.